I would like to explain what we call layers and line types, and also the line weight. Okay, now in this application, more so when you're working on a project that is, that is complex, that's having different things. Let's, for example, it's a house you're drawing. A house has foundation, it has the wall, it has slabs, it has windows, it has doors. See, all those different things, they're supposed to appear, or they're supposed to be placed on different layers. And to be able to create new, so what you need to do here is you need to make sure that first you create the layers, and then you get to give those layers appropriate names, such that when you're drawing, you then now get to select that layer, and then you get to draw it. What am I trying to explain here? Let's first create the layers so that I get to explain this. To be able to create layers, you have to write the command layer. And when you do that, what's going to happen is AutoCAD will then open, here is the command, layer, then you press enter. It's going to open the layer settings dialog box. And once you get the layer setting dialog box, what you then need to do is, you just need to go ahead and you create the layer that you need. In my case, I now have the layer settings dialog box here. And by default, we have got the layer 0 as a default layer. Now, if you want to make new layers, you just need to right click here. You right click, then you choose new layer. Let's say, for example, you're dealing with a house. So in this case, you can create the first layer and call it foundation. Then you can give that layer a color. For example, I'm going to give it that color green. And well, you can change the line type. We've got different type of line types, because like now, for example, the default one that you have here is the continuous one. But you see, I clicked on this button here, the word continuous, click on it. I want to use maybe a dotted line. Now, to be able to do that, first you need to click on this load button. This will then take you to where all the different line types are. You need to select all of them, then click on OK, and then they will appear, they'll be loaded. You can then now go ahead and you get to select the line type that you like to use. For example, I would like to use this one here. Then you click on OK. That means that in this case, for the foundation, I'm going to use a line called phantom. I'm going to right click again, new layer. Let's say, for example, I'll have something like the wall. Good. I'll come here, give it a color, click on OK, come here, choose the line type that you like to use. Then, no, I don't want to use hidden. No, hidden line, no. I would like to use like phantom 2. Click on OK. I'll go on, right click, new layer. Let's say, for example, I want things like doors and windows. So have them here. I'll draw the door. I'll create I'm going to name this layer doors. Then I'll change the name to a different name. Okay, I will change the color to a different color. I'm going to use this color, cyan, then click on OK. Then again, I'll come here. Well, I'll go all the way, pick any line type, then click on OK. Now, notice that I've been able to create at least 3 layers. I've assigned them colors, and I've also changed the line types. But you see, we also have something called the line weight. It's all about the line thickness. So like if you like to use, to set the line weight, what you need to do here is this. Just click on the line weight section, like for example here. Then you should be able to see all this. Then if, for example, I want this one to have this thickness, I'll select it. Then I'll click on OK. I'll go to the next line, click, select the line weight that you like to use. I'm using this one, click on OK. For the foundation, I want it to be maybe a little bit thicker. So I'll click here, and then I'm going to go all the way and pick one of these. Then click on OK. So I've now I've created the layers. I have set the layer colors. I've set the line types and even the line weight. I'll then now close this. And then, well, I now want to start drawing using those layers that I've created. If you want to use a layer that you already created, still on the home button at the top here, the layer section up here, when you click there, you should be able to see the different layers that you've created. So let's say, for example, then you're drawing the foundation. You just need to click on the foundation button, and then you go ahead and pick or select any of the drawing tools, and then you get to draw. Whatever you draw will then come using the settings, the layer settings that you had set up. And that's why, for example, in my case, it's like this. If I want to use a different layer type, I'll come up here, I'll just switch the layer, and then I'm going to go on and draw. But of course, once you switch the layer, you must select the drawing tool, and then you get to draw, and so on and so forth. I also have the doors and the windows. Click on this one here, select. So that way, your project will then use those settings that you've set up. Now, one thing is missing. Remember when I was drawing these, I set something we call the line weight. Now, in my case, I cannot see the line weight. Yes, I cannot see that line thickness. It's like they all have the same thickness. Now, why is it so? To be able to display the line weight, you need to type a command, L weight. And then you press enter. Once you've done that, you need to turn this button on, display line weight. So I've said this, you write the command L weight, then you press enter. It will bring you the line weight settings dialog box. Just tick display line weight, then click on OK. Well, as you can see, everything is then going to appear using the settings that you've set up. That is how you're supposed to create layers. That is how you're supposed to use different colors on your layers. That's how you're supposed to use different line thickness. And that's how you're supposed to display the line weight. Now, you see also at this point, let's say, for example, you want to hide a given layer. See, what you need to do here is this. Just go to the layer section and then hide the layer that you don't want displayed. The moment you deselect it, of course, that layer will get hidden. Just select and the layer will get hidden. It's as easy as that. If you want to bring them back, go back and turn them on and the layers will be activated. That's how layers are supposed to be used in AutoCAD.